As a new development in the SEC's action against Ripple, the SEC has decided to appeal the decision made by Judge Annalisa Torres in July of last year. In that order, the judge said that XRP that was sold on open cryptocurrency exchanges was not considered a security. Despite the appeal made by the SEC, action generated a great deal of excitement within the company, according to a statement that was also issued by Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple. From the very beginning, Brad Garlinghouse threatened to take the Securities and Exchange Commission to court to the very end in the lawsuit that they filed against Ripple. Notable CEO asserted that the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) did not in any manner protect investors. Instead, it brought the agency's reputation and integrity into disrepute. It was claimed by Garlinghouse that the legal standing of XRP as a non-security asset has been established by the legislation that is already in effect, and that this status will not change despite the concerns that are both misplaced and bothersome. Gensler and the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) would have given up on this litigation a long time ago if they were sane people, and they surely did not protect investors. On the contrary, it cast doubt on the authority and standing of the SEC. It has been communicated to the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), the cryptocurrency industry, Ripple, and the rule of law. However, for some reason, they have not yet received the message. We are going to fight it out in court for as long as it takes, but let's make one thing plain. It is my opinion that the current status of XRP as a non-security asset will not change, despite the fact that these arguments are both ignorant and frustrating. In a failed interlocutory appeal, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) said unequivocally that they had no intention of challenging the categorization of XRP as a non-security. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) and Gensler would have moved on from this matter a long time ago if they were sensible people. On the contrary, it has unquestionably been detrimental to the credibility and reputation of the SEC rather than protecting investors. Remarkable discoveries made. The Council of Ripple is ecstatic about the significant victory that the firm has achieved in the realm of cryptocurrency regulation. As a result of the recent success of the company, Stuart Alder, who is in charge of Ripple's legal counsel, has provided his response. Through the successful acquisition of preliminary clearance from the Dubai Financial Services Authority for a license to provide financial services, a significant achievement has been reached by Ripple, which will make it possible for the company to broaden the range of services it provides from its headquarters in the Dubai International Financial Center. Ripple has considerably expanded its global reach despite the fact that it is a regulated type of business. In addition to that, it has made it possible for the company to offer services for international payments in the United Arab Emirates. He made these words as part of his remarks on the significant accomplishment. As Ripple Payments Direct Iraq, I would like to bring attention to Ripple's expanding worldwide licensing portfolio, which currently includes more than 55 licenses and demonstrates the company's ongoing engagement with global regulators. I would like to do this by bringing attention to all of these licenses. The good news is that Ripple continues to expand to our portfolio of worldwide licenses, which currently includes more than 55 licenses that are associated with his writing. Al Gore referred to this as proof of our ongoing collaboration with international authorities and the expanding opportunities that are available in nations that have made the decision to encourage technology innovation. Ripple will be the first blockchain-enabled payment method provider to get a license from the Dubai Financial Services Authority, which is an independent regulator of financial services offered in or out of the Dubai International Financial Center. This milestone will continue to be significant because of this fact. The company recently made an announcement on its collaboration with the Innovation Hub. This collaboration will involve the establishment of a connection between new developers and D's huge innovation network. This network is comprised of more than 1,000 technological businesses, digital labs, and venture capital entities. In the United Arab Emirates, this collaboration contributes to the advancement of blockchain technology and digital asset innovation. Through the University of Blockchain Research Initiative Ripple and New York University in Abu Dhabi have expanded their strategic collaboration to include further collaboration. After the building of its regional headquarters in Dubai in the year 2020, Ripple's objective is to increase its presence in the Middle East region. This approach is strengthened by the approval of the license in principle by the Dubai Financial Services Authority, which also strengthens this move. Ripple has provided New York University with funding in excess of $1 million to support his research endeavors and student activities. His financing includes support for student activities. The SEC agency and analyst forecast that the SEC will probably submit an appeal of the verdict to a higher court with a probable 6-month period. This is one of the benefits of the XRP lawsuit in the SEC agency. It would appear that an appeal is currently being coordinated, despite the fact that his track record in this particular circumstance is neither exceptional nor encouraging. The legal fight that has been going on between Ripple and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission is still in the process of being resolved. The decision that the selling of XRP to individual investors on other marketplaces did not constitute a security transaction was handed down by a federal judge. The decision was made in August. Among the most recent significant decisions, this was one of them. Ripple, on the other hand, was given a fine of $125 for breaking multiple regulations that govern the regulation of securities. The sum that is being requested is not even close to reflecting the $2 billion that the agency initially requested. Because of this, there is a greater chance that the agency will attempt to overturn the ruling before the deadline in October. Eleanor Tourette, a journalist for Fox Business, acquired this information from a former attorney for the SAC. According to Tourette, the watchdog is anticipated to appeal the ruling that Judge Torres issued in July 2023 regarding XRP programmatic sales in the Ripple case. The news leaked the previous week, and there are whispers going about that the attorney claimed that the verdict need to be appealed because everyone there considers it to be law that is both erroneous and of poor quality. Attorney Fred Risbally recently made a statement in which he indicated that the probability of such a scenario occurring has climbed to 60% in the event that programming decision-making is not acceptable. In addition, he added that all of the litigants in New York who are involved in the second court case are fighting for Ripple's confirmation. In addition, he claims that this is his preferred line of reasoning to argue that all secondary transactions are not investment contracts that could create negative consequences. Ripple's action against the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), which had resulted in a fine of $25 million for the business, was eventually concluded by the end of July, according to the lawyer's optimistic comments on the matter. On the other hand, as was indicated before, the case is still in the process of being resolved, and in a possibly detrimental response to Ripple's request that was submitted in the middle of September, the court was asked to postpone making a decision about the monetary component. According to my point of view, the likelihood of the appeal being successful increases in proportion to the amount of effort that is put into establishing a trust for the assets. However, in the end, the SEC appealed the decision that he had made about May Herald. In order to buy time before the deadline for appeals on October 7th, the Securities and Exchange Commission is just playing the odds by doing what it typically does. An appeal to the United States Securities and Exchange Commission is on the horizon, and everyone is enthusiastic about the recent developments in the Ripple Circuit Court litigation. Within the cryptocurrency world, there is a great deal of speculation over the possibility of an agency filing a last-minute appeal in the XRP dispute. This appeal has the ability to increase the length of the ongoing legal battle that regards digital assets. A sizable segment of the community is looking forward to this request, and in the interim, former attorneys for the Securities and Exchange Commission have brought attention to the potential benefits that could accrue to the United States Securities and Exchange Commission in the event that it decides to appeal the case in the Ripple SEC case. As a consequence, Eleanor Tourette, a journalist for Fox News, recently disclosed that WeSax insiders believe the decision regarding XRP promotional sales was improper. She referenced the perspectives of CC insiders in support of her statement. The ruling that Judge Torres made in July 2023 on the Ripple SAC case has caused Mark Fagel, who had previously worked as an attorney for the Securities and Exchange Commission, to voice his deep worry. Due to the fact that it is not known whether or not an appeal will be successful, the agency has been hesitant to contest the verdict. During this interim period, the judge is of the opinion that the Securities and Exchange Commission's assertion that buyers had a reasonable expectation of profit from Ripple's activity is diminished due to the absence of this relationship. As a result of this verdict, many people are wondering whether or not the agency's position will have any chance of being successful in an appeal. A significant problem, according to the Securities and Exchange Commission, is that there is insufficient evidence to demonstrate that Ripple's promotional materials were sent to certain individuals. Attorney James Fell, on the other hand, draws attention to the most precious asset that the government possesses in the XRP lawsuit. It is his contention that the appellate court adheres to a DINR reviewing standard, which enables it to reconsider the evidence independently of decisions made by lower courts. It is possible that the agency will be able to reintroduce the evidence that was eliminated in the past from consideration if it is told of this amended assessment. This would provide the United States Securities and Exchange Commission with a considerable advantage in the case. When it comes to the price of XRP, there appears to be considerable dispute among those who are considered to be insiders in the cryptocurrency sector. Tradespeople are keeping a close eye on the fourth round of planned activities because the impact of Ripple's lawsuit against the SEC, which includes the chance that the SEC may file an appeal, has an impact on both the outcome of the case and the value of XRP. This is possibly the most essential aspect of the situation. The data that has been presented should not be used